Okay, time for highlight, contour, foundation, face tutorial. As I already told you, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I'm going to use this for a couple of different things, actually. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm using Urban Decay's Deslick mattifying powder. If you have any blemishes, powder over them. I have a few right now, yay hormones. Okay. Then concealer brush. I'm going to use the Skin Tone. Now this comes in light and medium. This is medium. Okay, so Skin Tone. One of the most important things is to not overdo concealer when you have a blemish. Put it just right on where the blemish is and not in too big of an area around it. Otherwise, you're not really going to conceal as well as you think you are. You really just want to conceal the area that is red. And you don't have to worry too much about blending in with this. I mean, you can if you so choose by tapping it like I am, but you don't really have to. It's not entirely necessary because of the foundation and whatnot that's going to go on top. I happen to have quite a few spots right now. And don't worry too much about every single little itty bitty one, but you do want to cover the ones that are majorly red or big or whatever. I personally do contouring first. I purchased an It Cosmetics kit that had a couple of different brushes in it. So this is the contour brush. And I'm using this one right here. Because this is a really heavy cream, it requires a little bit of work to get it all onto the brush. So, if you suck in your cheeks, you'll kind of see that line that you have, and that's the line that you're going to follow. Just right, kind of like under your cheekbone. It's actually, strangely enough, I'm left-handed, but for this, I can switch hands. Okay. It does make contouring your nose super easy because literally all you have to do is like pat it on the side. And if you feel you've gotten too much down the sides or whatever, don't worry, do not fear. I will show you. Under the lip, just a little bit, not a lot. But you'll see it kind of creates a shadow right there. It actually serves to make your lip look bigger. And all around. You may have heard the correct shape to contour in is a 3. So down and then around. Now, I go from behind my ear right up under my jawline and literally just push right in and drag down. Because when you turn your head, your skin stretches and everything else, you don't want to just keep it just a line right here. Otherwise, it'll be a really noticeable line right there. So you do want to make sure you blend downward with it. And it'll give the illusion that you actually have a shadow in that area. Mm-hmm. It just gives you a more defined jawline. Same thing under here, because double chins are not nice. So taking it down, actually, not just right there, but onto your neck where there would be a shadow from your chin, helps a lot. Putting some right here helps your chin look more narrow. Okay, there's contour. I personally apply the blush before, or the, blush, I guess, before the highlight. So just on the apples of your cheeks. I will call you back. Hopefully you can actually see that in this light, because it's not the best light in the whole wide world for this. Okay, now on the reverse side of this brush, I have one of these. Now this is actually supposed to be the highlight side, but because of where I highlight, I'm using the smaller side. The defined side really should be what goes down your nose and things like that. It's what I use for my highlight. So, right up under. Obviously, we have some shadow under there, so don't push it all the way to your lash line. But if you look real closely where I'm going with it, it literally stays just outside of where I did all of that. Okay, and down. Triangle shape. Go down the side of your nose and up to the corner of your eye. It makes you look much more awake. If you get smile lines like I do right there, you can even put a little bit there. It'll help to brighten them up a little bit. Straight down the nose. And right in between those brows and outward. Brightens up your whole face. Top lip. And under where you contoured. Again, brings out your jawbone area. On your chin. So I look really scary now. So the brush I'm using for my foundation is the Airbrush Complexion Perfection number 115 from It Cosmetics. You can see it has kind of an angle there. Very fluffy, very soft. I absolutely adore it. And I'm going to use Smashbox's Studio Skin 15-hour foundation. Phenomenal stuff. Just squirt a couple of pumps. I use right about 3 pumps just on the back of my hand. And tap, tap, tap. And then do the same. And you'll see it starts to blend really nicely. Now I pat, I don't rub, I don't swirl. Depends on what it is you're using. If you don't have blemishes on your face that you needed to cover, by all means you can try doing little circles and doing like a buffing. For me, this gives a really, really nice smooth finish. So I don't do that. Luther, shush. Neighbor honked. Luther! I'm pretty sure this happens every single time I do a video. Okay. Now what's great is that since when we did our brows, we outlined it on most of the outside with concealer, you actually don't have to get too close to them and worry about, oh my god, but my brows, I'm gonna ruin them. No, you're not. Now, what's cool too is now any excess glitter that we had any fallout from is gone. Don't forget to get your ears. Most people don't put any on their ears. Sometimes you'll see a little bit of like a pink or even a blue, depending on what your undertone is. You'll see it kind of peek through there. And it can look odd in pictures if you don't have anything at all on them. So you don't want to just, whatever excess is on there, just tap it around and it'll help blend it in. Don't forget to go all the way back to your hairline and down and around. Okay, I'm just gonna wash the excess that's on my hand off. I should have showed you how it was covering my tattoo before I did that, because that's how good this stuff is. I absolutely adore it. Okay. My favorite thing to do with my lips, and some people do it before, I do it after, is I just take a toothbrush and just scrub. Let's get anything dead off if you're going to put anything on for lips when you're done. But it also helps take off any foundation that's lingering from putting it on. I'm not putting any on, but I am going to put some of this on here in a minute. Highlighter. Now you'll see I look very matte and whatnot. I'm going to use the Beauty Crop Lighting Crew highlighter, liquid. Phenomenal. You only need a tiny little bit. It goes such a long way. You can put this anywhere that you're meant to highlight. I put it up here a lot of the time. I actually don't even have any there right now, but it's fine. But anyway, your highlight should go from your cheekbone outward. So we're just gonna dot it a little bit there. And blend just with your fingertip. If you have a tool, that's phenomenal. Whatever floats your boat. But now you'll see I have a really nice highlight right there. Same on the other side. Down the bridge of your nose, very, very lightly. Places that you want light to catch. Cupid's bow. And again, right up on your brow. Just right in the arch and blend. You can use the setting spray if you like. I usually do it after. It's going to make me look really dewy at first. Again, with the Urban Decay Deslick mattifying powder and a big kabuki brush. This is not the best kabuki brush, but it's awesome anyway. Wonderful for setting, for keeping my face matte. What's great about it is obviously you can see it doesn't just cover up any of that highlighter. One thing that I do like to do as well, because of my skin personally and how greasy it is I take that smaller, this is actually a foundation brush, but I use it for powders, and I press it right into that crease, and I bake it. And it actually helps keep my makeup from creasing in there, which is awesome because nobody likes to look creasy. Now if you find that mine looks decent, but I just want to show you for the hell of it, I'm going to use a powder version. It Cosmetics My Sculpted Face. And this is an It Cosmetics Soft Touch brush, angled, much floofier than the foundation brush. You can take just very lightly, very, very, very lightly, because it's very pigmented. You can actually use the same brush if you like, or a different brush, doesn't matter. But this one up top here, if you look, it has a slightly pinkish hue to it compared to the one next to it. This is just flat white. This is a highlighter, and you can, ta-da! And that's it. See, it doesn't really take a million years. I do this other than the glitter. I don't do the glitter every day. But I do contour, highlight, and foundation, eyebrows every day. So I hope you guys play around, find what works for you, and I hope you like it.